Hello there. Welcome back to my channel, Snips by Kelly. I'm Kelly, and tonight I have a 2-page layout for you. This won't be a hard one. This is an easy one, and I hope you enjoy the ride. So in Stampin' Up, we have this little mini flyer printable catalog that is what we call close to my heart bridge product. So this is Stampin' Up branded close to my heart product that Stampin' Up has purchased from close to my heart to help close to my heart makers bridge the gap between now and September when they launch their full 12 by 12 scrapbooking line. So it's designed to help scrapbookers get through to the other side until Stampin' Up launches their amazing 12 by 12 program. So the packaging is going to look a little bit different. It'll have a close to my heart label and a Stampin' Up label, but the product is what we know and love from close to my heart, packaged and sold through Stampin' Up and your Stampin' Up website. So we have Enjoy the Ride dots. We have Enjoy the Ride paper pack and sticker sheet. So we have our great same UV coated stickers. We have 4 or 5 title opportunities on Enjoy the Ride, some great bicycle icons, florals, little summery vibe to it, and I love the bright colors. So the coordinating colors are rosy, pumpkin, honey butter, limeade, jade, and bluebird. So let's take a look at the patterns. Of course, a red gingham screams picnic, it screams summer. We have bicycle hero paper with great zip strips on it. Love the honey butter sunshine and the smaller floral pattern to help offset the large florals. Again, bluebird zip strip. Ooh, this lovely, lovely floral with the sunshines embedded in it. And then a limeade butterfly paper. We have coordinating cardstocks again, a rosy pumpkin, honey butter, limeade, jade, and bluebird. So I'm keeping it simple tonight. This is part of my Simply Scrappin' workshop. So I have Waylon James here just playing with grandma at the park. That's it. So I have 4 photos here, and he's so brave. He wasn't even 2 years old here, and he was climbing by himself, and I could envision a big bump on his chin, but grandma tries to let him be brave and let them learn. So my vision was a focal photo on the left with a 4x6 that I actually trimmed down by 1/4 of an inch on the bottom, and then 3 linear photos on the right. So he has a little green in his t-shirt, so I was looking at the limeade pattern. Now, some people shy away from florals and boys, and I purposely wanted to use this floral and show how it could be masculine and summer. So I'm going to pull in a little bit of limeade here to tie in with his shirt and to tone down the floral and also sort of be an offset on a standard background. So that limeade piece is 10.5 by 10.5, but we're going to gut this 12 by 12 floral because we only have 6 sheets of paper. I've been getting spoiled working with some Stampin' Up papers where you get 12 sheets in a paper pack, and now I'm back to 6 during the bridge product. So of course, when you gut, you're going to cut a 1-inch frame from 1 inch to 11 inches and rotate, 1 inch to 11 inches and rotate, 1 inch to 11 inches and rotate, and do that on all 4 sides, and then you'll only use that outer edge and you can save that delicious inside paper. So then we're going to frame on the inside. So we have the 10.5 by 10.5 limeade, 10.25 by 10.25 French vanilla, and then we're going to repeat that over on the right side. And I'm loving it already. It's already happy and fun. So I have taken an 8 by 8 square, cut it on a diagonal. This is our bluebird cardstock. You can get some of our coordinating cardstocks, 2-tone cardstocks over at Stampin' Up. You can grab those off my website. I'll link all these supplies in the description. And so I think I'm going to offset those in the corners. This is classic triangle. And then offset with a pattern. So I was originally thinking boy, bicycle, blue, and I'm like, no, don't like it. Too busy on busy. So let's go classic summer picnic, and we'll do the gingham. So again, an 8 by 8 square, cut in half on a diagonal, and that gives us the 2 corners, and then we can make a little focal square there in the center. So now we have the mini floral on one side, and then we have honey, butter, sunshine on the other side. And I'm going to go with a 7x7. My photo right now is 4x6, but I'm going to actually add an inner piece inside there that is a 6x6. So we have a 7x7 for the sunshine, a 6x6 French vanilla. And because my photo is a 4x6, I just took a 1/4 of an inch off the bottom of that photo. I left it 4 inches, but I made it 5 3/4 inches on the bottom. Now, again, we only have 6 pattern paper pieces. So I'm going to gut this 6x6 by cutting from 1 inch to 5 inches, 1 inch to 5 inches. Actually, let me double check that. Is that a 6x6 or is that a 7x7? It is a 7x7. So sorry. So we're going to go from 1 inch to 6 inches, 1 inch to 6 inches, 1 inch to 6 inches, all the way around. And you're thinking, why are you doing this? It only saves like a 5x5 square, but 5x5 is a lot when you're creating 10 pages out of 6 pattern papers. So I create a 10-page Simply Scrappin' workshop out of the paper pack and sticker sheet, the cardstock, and the dots. And then I do an elevated workshop out of the workshop kit. But this is my Simply Scrappin', and it's guaranteed to be a lower price point, B, a simple supply list, C, no equipment needed. So you're not going to need a die cutter, stamps, you're not going to need ink, you're not going to need a Cricut, you're not going to need any fancy equipment. These are designed to be clean, quick, easy, but yet still amazing layouts. So I have 2 types of scrappers. I have simple scrappers, and then I have more elevated scrappers that do sparkle and shine. So we're going to tie in some strips here, 1.5x7, to make it look like we're putting that whole box there, when it's actually just 2 strips. And then we're going to put the 3x4 photos in the middle, and we'll probably mount those on a little French vanilla. So on my Simply Scrappin' workshops, I have to rely on the 12x12 sticker sheet to last through 10 pages. So I get a little chintzy on my stickers, but I still want a really wow factor, like a really decorative element, clean and simple, but decorative. So I often work with paper piecing like we are here now. We're doing a little bit of layering with paper. We're doing triangles. We'll probably add some other shapes with the stickers. You're relying on the paper itself to be your decorative element instead of all the bits that we have in our more elevated workshops. And I've been doing a lot more elevation in my process videos as of late. I had my Journey Sparkle and Shine that debuted, and then right after that I had Take to the Sky, my Stampin' Up 12x12 10-page workshop, and they were elevated. They had thin cuts, they had stamping, they had Cricut cuts, they had all kinds of different ink techniques in the background and some splattering. And so now it's time to do one for my simple scrappers where we're going to put this together in no time flat. I don't even think this whole video from start to finish is even 20 minutes. I think it's 19 minutes or 18 minutes. And so we're going to get this together in no time flat, and we're going to love it just as much. And I love both styles. I love a Simply Scrappin' style, but the part of me that does creating for therapy loves the sparkle and shine as well. So I have 2 options. You typically can find those options if you want to get my workshop or my workshop guides on my blog, but I'll link that in the description. Often when I do my creating, I wait until the entire workshop is done, and then I post a supply list and how you can get the guide on my blog. There, now we have that great focal photo. So even though I have little boy photos here with my grandson Waylon James, who I love with all my heart, I have bold florals around the outer edges, and it doesn't bother me one bit. Now I'm leaving a good edge around that French vanilla because we'll do a little bit of markering technique. Markering is a very inexpensive thing that you can do on your simple pages to elevate them that costs very little. Using a marker or a journaling pen from your stash and doing doodling with markering, you can create dots and dashes dashes and all kinds of things with markering. That is another thing that can keep the price point of your workshop down. I have done Simply Scrappin' workshops, I think 7 years, maybe 7 or 6 years I've been doing Simply Scrappin', and there's a definite draw for that. And often when I do, so I'll be doing Enjoy the Ride Simply Scrappin' 10-page workshop, and then I'll be doing Enjoy the Ride Sparkle and Shine 12-page workshop that's elevated. So sometimes when it's a popular theme like vacation or summer, my scrappers will actually do both versions if they need a lot of pages for a certain theme. So I have French vanilla here now, and it is 4 by 9.5. I think I started with 9 3/4. I'm not sure why, but it is 4 by 9.5 final answer, 4 1/4 by 9.5 final answer to hold those 3 vertical 3x4s. And we're just going to put that about 4 inches down and center that so that it is the linear and centered across that page, across from that focal photo. I love, so we don't have a ton, we have a tiny town. So we live on a ranch in the middle of nowhere, and about 40 miles from the ranch is a little town where we have a little house in town. So that's kind of common in a ranching area where people might have a little house in town so that if they have school kids that need to be in town, they don't have to drive 80 miles, 40 miles into school, 40 miles back, and then maybe back again for sports and things. So often farming and ranching families will have a little house in a local town. So we have a little house in our local town where my grandson Waylon James lives, and there's a little park, and it has great playground equipment, and the county women's association takes care of the upkeep of that park, and it's an amazing place to go. So now I'm taking a True Blue Tri-Blend marker, and I know there's amazing markers in Stampin' Up as well. I haven't had a chance. I've only been a demonstrator for 6 days as of this video, and so I haven't had a chance to try the markers out. I did order a set so that I could try them out. I've heard they're phenomenal, but right now I'm using my Tri-Blend marker, Spectrum Noir True Blue Dark Side, and I'm just adding dots all the way around, a very inexpensive technique that you can add to pages. I'll do the rest of that off camera, but I went all the way around the square on both pages, and it's just enough to add a tiny little element of interest around the edge. Now I feel like we need another tone on the top of the Honey Butter Sunshine pattern, so I'm just kind of looking at what we have. I'm chintzy with my patterns because we have 6 sheets all together, and it's 3 patterns double-sided. So it's 6 patterns, but it's 6 sheets total. And so I'm kind of chintzy, like I only want to use little bits because I have 4 more 2-page layouts to get out of this 6-sheet paper pack. And so I'm kind of looking for ways to jazz up the page without thin cuts, without stamping, without Cricut cuts. And so again, it's a lot of paper layering. So I'm going to take the sticky off the back of this sticker from the sticker sheet. And because the sunshine pattern is 7 inches, I think we can do a 6-inch sticker. We have 2 stickers, and we would need 4. So we can cut each of those into 6 inches to get 4 6-inch strips. Those stickers are 1/2 inch, so they're going to come out at 1/2 inch by 6 inches. And I think pulling that orange in will just be one more added little sunshiny color that will kind of balance out the top there and top the top of that off so it has a finished look. Love that look. I love how simple this is. I love that we can mix something that would maybe be seen as feminine and use it with boy photos or vice versa. I have so many granddaughter photos playing in the sunshine, lake photos, just walks in the park, or just playing outside on the grass and running around with the puppies and playing with the bunnies and playing out with the horses. All of those those things would be amazing. Of course, it's called Enjoy the Ride. So you definitely could do a bike ride. I think Waylon James has a little red tricycle that I think would be really cute on this. So just experimenting with all of the different sticker titles. I end up landing on Love This Day, and I love the play of that horizontal title being vertical, and then you've got that nice little title on the side, and it's a filler as well as another shape, so it adds a different shape. Now I'm chintzy with my stickers because my stickers have to last me through 4 more 2-page layouts, so I'm going to use a couple stickers, but not more than a couple. Now you can always jazz this up from your stash for things that you have in your stash, little extras, but I am loving it the way it is. It has color, it has color balance, it has layering with paper, it has a little bit of marker technique. Now we're going to do just a little bit of added stickers, and again, the chintzy side of me is going to cut the sunshine sticker in half and use half now and be able to reserve half to probably be able to layer some stickers later. Maybe find one more tiny little sticker and then maybe a tiny word sticker for the right page. Sometimes I like to have a larger word sticker on one page and then a smaller word sticker on the other page. And then of course I'll add my journaling. I don't have a ton to say because this was a typical grandma day. So we go to the park a lot, especially in the spring and the summer when it's a grandma day. We pretty much it's a given that we go to the park. It's one of the only places that we have and only things that we have to do in this tiny, tiny little town. And we might as well be at an amusement park because Waylon James loves the park as much as an amusement park. Not that he's ever been to one, but he has a blast. So looking at the dots, I think I'm going to go with rosy. So we have our nice rosy color throughout this, and I think we'll do just a little large, medium, and small, and then maybe a medium and small in the upper right, and we have conserved lots of the stickers, lots of pattern paper left now, and lots of dots left now to be able to finish 4 more 2-page layouts in my Simply Scrappin' series. And then I feel like I've been successful in keeping it simple, keeping it pattern oriented, keeping it bright, keeping the price point down, and keeping the promise of no added equipment needed to put this together. I hope you love it, and I hope you see that whether you're elevated or whether you're simple, you can have beautiful pages to scrap all of your memories of everyday life, your park, your walks, your bike rides, your summer picnics, and all of those fun summer memories. Check out Enjoy the Ride at my shop site over there on Stampin' Up, www.snipsbykelly.stampinup.net, and I'll post all of that in the description. Thanks for hanging with me. Hit subscribe, like, and the notifications bell, and stay tuned for the rest of my 10-page Simply Scrappin' Enjoy the Ride workshop. Bye-bye now.